Hello. Hi. There we go. We're going. Woohoo. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. How are you? See, okay, on YouTube, people can log in and start chatting beforehand, which I love. So there's like all these conversations already going by the time it's 9:30. It's awesome. It's like the it's like the pregame, right? Like what's it called when you set up for all the food and all the tailgating. That's what it is. It's tailgating for Live at the Loom. Yep, I'll take it. Hi. Hello. Hello. Just in case we haven't met yet, my name is Chris Acton with Acting Creative, and this is Live at the Loom. Woohoo! Do you know that end of July we're going to celebrate 3 years? 3 years. Can you believe that? That we have been hanging on and partying for that long. It's really been incredible, and I'm very, very proud of us. Yes, yes, I am. I'm very proud of us. By the way, I think it's fascinating that Connie is freezing her buns off in Minnesota where it's 45 degrees. Connie, ooh. You know, what's so interesting is that 45 is cold for July. It's pretty warm for February, but it's cold for July. That is, I am sorry, my friend. Shannon is on. Shannon was here at 9:02. She was like, I am ready. Push the button. Let's go. Gemma's working on towels. I love that. Yes. Jennifer Fowler, yes, says 79 here in Tennessee. Love that. Oh, Ernie's on. Hi, Ernie. How are you? Are you still camping, Ernie? Are you done with that? Is that all finished? Let us know. Gemma says it's about 80 degrees where she is, which it's summer. I get that. Yes, absolutely. Let's see who else is joining us today. Oh, Carrie's on. Hello, Carrie. How are things in Spain, my friend? How are you? Captain Paralytic, sitting out in the sunshine. I love that. Yes. Oh, Dory's on. Hi, Dory. How are you? And Sam, how are things in Canada, my friend? What we had, wasn't this week, it was last week. We had all of the fires. We had the air quality was all from our Canadian friends. I'm sure you're not responsible for that, but anyways, I was thinking of the people I know in Canada. I was thinking of you guys as we were, even in Chicago, we were feeling the effects. Yeah. Jennifer says she's been spinning for Tour de Fleece, halfway through my third yarn and started sewing a dress. Jennifer, remind me, how soon is this, the Tour de Fleece? Because we've talked about it for a couple weeks now. I'm so intrigued by this. Sounds wonderful. Oh, Laura is here. Laura Martinez Bautista. Hello, Laura. How are you? That's a great name. I like that Paul's on both platforms. He's like, I'm not going to miss anybody or anything. I'm going to have Facebook up. I'm going to have YouTube up so I can see everybody. I love that. Yes. Time has flown, Carrie. You are correct. Alex Madison is here. Hello, my sweet friend. Oh, and Ellen's here with her coffee. We love that. Hi, Paulette. Oh, great last name. Bornistig. Well, I'm probably butchering that, Paulette. I apologize. She's in BC, Canada. Nice, lovely, warm weather. Nice. Yeah, Gemma and Connie said they both had, which Connie's in Minnesota, and Gemma, remind me, are you in Amsterdam? Is that where you are? They said they both got hit 95. Woohoo! Let's see. Oh, Ernie was I think it was last week, right? Ernie, you were camping. So he said he's watching from his campsite in eastern Arizona. Today's the day I head home. Ernie, what an adventure you have been on. That is for sure. I hope it's been wonderful. Wonderful. Jennifer says Tour de Fleece is the month of July. Oh, it's the whole month. Okay. All right. Got you. Hello, Gail. I love this. Hi, Wilma. How are you? Oh, no. Carrie's in Spain. Carrie says, I won't upset you all with my weather report. I'll just say that the pool is earning its keep. So it's hot there, huh? Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. Honestly, I prefer it a little cooler. So that's all right, Carrie. When I want some hot weather, I'll come visit you. Gemma says, oh no. Gemma says, I've been hearing from family that had 114 on the weekend. Whoo, that's like frying egg on the pavement kind of hot, isn't it? That's crazy. Okay, Sam, here's Sam's report from Canada. Smoke is finally cleared out. Currently 83 degrees, expecting rain and cooling temps. Okay, excellent. By the way, we had storms come through yesterday, and today we're a little cooler. So I know the weather doesn't work like that, but if I could blow some your way, that would be. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Gemma's in Switzerland. Gemma, see, I got that wrong. Sorry, Gemma. Gemma's in Switzerland. Yes. Love that. Jennifer said we had 111 heat index last week. It's too hot, right? Jennifer, I am with you. That is too stinking hot. There are days when like 80 degrees is too hot. Gemma says, "Oh, you're so sweet, Gemma. I totally butchered it." She's like, "Oh, but I'm only 10 hours away from Amsterdam." That's awesome. Hello. Hi, you guys. How is it shaken? How are things going? So, last week was 4th of July. By the way, I'm wearing my sparkly lipstick in honor of 4th of July. Honestly, for all my friends with pets, I know it's been just a kind of a hellish week. I'm sure you're happy to have it over and have no more fireworks. I live in Indiana where fireworks are legal, so they are particularly annoying in this area. However, we do like, nice parade, little waving the flag, all that kind of stuff. That is all good. So, yeah, this last week for me has been getting ready. The webinars, we had the first webinar yesterday, which went wonderfully. Were any of you guys there? I apologize. It was a big old list of attendees, but if you guys were there at the webinar, pardon me, let me know how it was for you. It was very, very fun. It went by in a blur, and it was a lot of prep, getting ready, and it was the first time I had done one, so it was all the nerves. Let's just say it was good. It's good nerves. Let me just tell you there. Hello. I'm so sorry. I have no idea how to say your name, but hello. I'm glad you're here. This is yes. Oh no, Dory. Speaking of the 4th, Dory had to give her puppy a tranquilizer. Yeah. It's my friend Laura has dogs that are always they don't handle this well. And she's like, "I don't get it. You can make fireworks without the noise. Why don't we do that?" Aw, see. Oh, good. Jennifer was there. Yay. Well, it was wonderful. I'm going to sign up for the class. Jennifer, I am ready for you. That would be amazing. That would be great. Oh, Alex says, live on the lake. Weekend fireworks is loud and long. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I understand that. Yes. Yeah, for sure. So anyways, if you missed yesterday's webinar, there's another one today at 1:00. So for everyone who's registered for today's webinar, be surprised. I'm gonna wear the same shirt. Don't don't be shocked. It's just gonna be. I'm gonna come. I'll reapply lipstick, and we'll have a great time. It's yeah. The webinar is an hour long basically, and I just started to put a lot of stuff in there, and I wanted to make sense, of course, but I wanted to make sure it was jam-packed and worth all of your time. Excellent. Madison, what's your first name, sweetie? What's your because I know we have an Alex Madison. Is that see, there we go. Dory's going today too. Yay, Dory. Oh, I'll look for you guys there. That will be amazing. Excellent. So anyways, today at 1:00 Central Time, Chicago time. So you still have time. You can register. No problem. So anyways, that has been very exciting, and it's good to push yourself, right? It's good to try new things and push yourself. I have learned, folks, I've been adulting hard lately. When you have to try all kinds of new things all at once, and you're just like, I need to go now take a nap because it's a lot. Tell me if you are going through that or have been going through that in your life when you are in a scenario, you've stepped into a scenario where you are asked, you don't have to, but you're asked to try a lot of new things all at once. Just who can feel me there? Who is with me there? Yes. Yeah. Oh, thank you. See, I thought that was you, Alex. See, I love that. Oh, Sandra's here. Hi, Sandra from Albuquerque. That is wonderful. Yes. Oh, no. Jennifer is having puppy problems. I'm so sorry. I had one puppy that got spayed this week. My 13-year-old dog had a trip to the vet with a 6. Oh, that's okay. When the puppies aren't happy, ain't nobody happy, right? It's that is for sure. I'm so sorry. I hope they feel better very soon, my friend, because that is zero fun. Yes. Ernie says the fireworks in Eager, Arizona are the best around. That's awesome. Very nice. I like that. Gemma says I give my cat drops for the fireworks. 1st of August and New Year's, natural sedative for pets. Yeah, absolutely. Excellent. Oh, you guys. Yeah. Aw, see, Laura, Jennifer, they were feeling me the whole, doing a lot of adulting at the moment. It's, I know it's good for me. And so therefore I have learned, I'm like, it's okay. Just keep going. You can be uncomfortable. It's all right. But lots of adulting happening right now. Now, before we dive into projects, I want to share something really sweet with you guys. So I don't know if you caught this, but sadly earlier in June, we lost Uncle Bert. And Uncle Bert was Mom's brother. He had a fascinating, interesting life and lived to the ripe old age of 83. But we'll miss him horribly. So we had a little celebration of life for the family, and we were all invited to take a few things of Uncle Bert's. Now, like I said, Uncle Bert was a very, very interesting man. He worked for the state of Michigan for his whole career, basically retired at a nice early age. And then he decided he was going to tool around in his RV and take some art classes. So he did woodworking for a very long time. He did painting. He did all kinds of things. Jennifer says the whole month is busy with adulting. Jennifer, I feel you. We'll commiserate. We'll, oh, hello. Hi, Jeannie. I'm so happy you're here. Yay. So anyways, so I came home with just an armload of very personal, wonderful things from Uncle Bert. But I wanted to share this guy because part of this says more about me than does Uncle Bert, but I just think this is the coolest. So like I said, he did wood stuff, turning, carving, woodworking. I don't even know the difference between all of them. However, he did that for many, many years, took lots and lots of classes. And one of the sweetest things that I picked up is this guy here. Let me see if I can get in the right place so you can see it. Do you see this? It's a whole, it's a whole like a study, and what is it called? Chip carving. How sweet is that though? Because you've got his little like architectural lettering, and then I just thought nobody else is going to care about this, but I think it's one of the coolest things ever. Look at he's practicing. How sweet is that? I don't know if you have any wood people in your life, but I just thought, okay, that's going home with me because I will treasure that forever, right? Yeah. Sam's is kind of like a wood gamp. That's a great description. Do they call it that in you guys have to let me know, because I use the word gamp for like a color study, like a that kind of thing, but I'm guessing you could have gamps for other things. Let me know. Anyway, so I just want to share this, my little sweet little piece of Uncle Bert, one of the many. I was very fortunate. I got to take home quite a few wonderful things from him. But it's so fun to have a little bit where you can remember. Yeah. Gemma says she loves the wood sampler, right? Paula, yeah, such a perfect reminder of Uncle Bert, right? Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Sam says my husband is learning woodworking in retirement and enjoying the experience. That's awesome, Sam. Yeah. Well, Uncle Bert found a couple like woodworking schools around the country, and he would just like take his RV and he'd camp out there for a month and he'd take some stuff. And yeah, Connie says my husband does wood carving but doesn't want to do chipping. Yeah. See, I know there's all kinds of different, I'm sure it's just like weaving. There's all kinds of different variations of what you can do, and not all of them are going to apply to everyone all the time. Yeah, Connie, I totally get it. Yes, yeah. Carrie says it looks like my weaving gamps, right? It's just a little bite of all these different things to see. Yes, yeah. Hi, Elizabeth. She said her morning freed up. I was able to join you from Connecticut. Yay. My hubby does woodworking, and that's so cool and relatable to us fiber people. Sample. Exactly. You get it, Elizabeth. You get it. Yeah, for sure. So anyways, that is how things are going on my corner of the world. Let me know what is happening where you are, how are your projects. Did you have some time to kick around some things this past week? Let me know. I'm so excited to hear. I can't wait to get the update and hear how things are going. I know that Gemma's working on towels, she said earlier. She's plugging away. Sometimes those projects take longer than anticipated, don't they? Boy, that is life. Whew. Jennifer says her dad turned pens. Wood pens, Jennifer. Clarify for me. That's wild. Very, very cool. Were they all, ooh, I'm so intrigued. Turned pens. I like it. Oh, my grandpa made me a cribbage board one year. One of my favorite things. Grandma was a knitter. Grandpa was a putterer. That's a brilliant description, Gemma. I love that. And a cribbage board, heck yes. They are so, yeah. My dad talks about playing cribbage with his grandmother. And I may have learned once. I don't remember how to play, but it is one of those like vintage board games, which just, that kind of gets your heart, doesn't it? I love that. Jennifer says the pens were wood and acrylic. That is brilliant. Turned wood pen. Amazing. Ernie says, reminds me of the embroidery samplers that would have had the alphabet across the edge. Yes. Oh, Ernie, that's a great, yes, that's brilliant. Yes. You know how that goes. It would have like a sampler and it has the whole ABCs and the capital letters and the small letters. And you have the, yeah, exactly. Oh, Ernie, thank you. That's such a good reminder. My grandma was a home ec teacher and she had a couple of those around. We probably still have a couple of those around. But I think they're so sweet. And they're all hand stitched, which is, oh, how special is that? Right. Look at this. Okay. The turned pens is really a thing. That's amazing. You guys, I'm going to have to look up some of these because I have a couple people in my life that really love pens. That's incredible. Turned pens. I love it. By the way, still enjoying my favorite new mug. Now you can tell I'm loving it because the inside it's not really blue anymore. You know me. Don't be surprised. There we go. Oh, Jennifer says my brother does it as well. What? It's like a whole theme. That is awesome. Turned pens. I like it. Connie says project of less desire. Oh, I did a wall hanging semi-tapestry for a friend and disliked it intensely. Oh no. She loved it, although I have no idea why. Never again. Okay, Connie, let me have you clarify for us. So never again doing a custom piece, or never again doing a tapestry, or never again doing something for this friend. Let us know which part of that equation you were like, nope, I don't want to, that's not for me. Let us know, because I get it. It could be all of those. That's all right. Yes. Yeah, I wish we could send pics because I love seeing Jennifer's pen. Right? You guys, I have to work on that. If you have suggestions for a solution there, that would be lovely. The challenge is I need some place that's common so that my friends on both YouTube and Facebook can contribute. So I'll work on that. We'll work on that. You're exactly right. We need a place to show pictures because so many brilliant things come up in our discussion, and wouldn't it be great to be able to see it? I love that. Yeah. Jennifer says my brother does it as well. Yes, all the things. Yep. Let's see. Gemma says both sets of grandparents played cribbage. Many of my family played cribbage. Such a British Canadian thing. See, is that where it's from? I don't know. My grandparents lived in Michigan. They have a lot of that Canadian influence. Maybe that was part of it again. Okay, Connie specified for us never again tapestry. Okay, all right. I understand that. So maybe another custom project in the future, but not tapestry. No, ma'am, none of that. Like I said, not all parts of weaving are designed for everyone. That's for sure. Yes, Paula is all for the cribbage. We may need some kind of cribbage something. If you guys all live closer, we can have like cribbage night. We need to work on that. Maybe we need some kind of not a conference, but some kind of a gathering where we can all get together and we can talk weaving and play cribbage. And I don't know. I'm just making off the cuff. We'll figure something out. Alex said the night before I left for my trip, I broke 2 warp yarns. Oh, honey. I just got home. It's been on my nerves for 2 days, itching to fix them. Oh man. I feel every ounce of your anxiety, my friend. I do, because the project, you'll notice I'm not sitting at the big loom. I'm sitting at the little loom. And, I've been breaking threads right, left, and center over there. So I get it. Good luck, Alex, fixing those. I know it'll be fine. You'll get them fixed and off you go. But still, I understand that. Jennifer says, in addition to spinning this month, I am sewing. Oh, good for you. I got a new sewing machine. I drafted patterns and used commercial patterns, dresses and aprons. So, Jennifer, is that what you're making? Are you making dresses and aprons? Because if I'll put in a request. I love a sundress. So I'll, we'll talk. That would be amazing. Yes. Paul says, I'm doing tapestry weaving at the Guild of Weavers, Spinners, and Dyers summer school this year. Okay. So then when Connie has a tapestry request, she'll talk to Paul and Paul will just knock it out because right? Everyone has something different. Everyone enjoys some different little part of the process. Yeah. Gemma says, I taught my kids cribbage as well. Play with my son every now and then. Really good help with math. Oh, yeah, because you're constantly doing the math. Yeah, I like that. Connie says, I do custom work for towels. Yeah, there we go. A friend said the tapestry was not enough control and order. Oh, interesting. Well, I certainly think that what's interesting about when you meet like a tapestry weaver versus someone who works on like an AVL loom. Like their two personalities typically could not be more different. Isn't that funny? Have you met those kind of folks? I took a tapestry class at the folk school in North Carolina once, and yeah, it's just a very different skill set. It's a very different focus than it is to do something on a multi-shaft loom like that, which is awesome. Yeah, Gemma is itching to sew a pair of overalls. Awesome. I know that they're coming back, but I lived through that trend in the 90s and that was enough for me. That was it was the flannel shirts and the overalls. When I look back, I'm like, what was I thinking? That is just not a good look. It was not, no. And of course the flannel shirts were like 3 sizes too big. It was not like a form-fitting flannel shirt. No. So it was like a farmer phase. I don't know. You guys were there. I know technically it was grunge, but yeah. Oh, so Ann says she plays cribbage on her iPad. Oh, brilliant. Of course they would have a digital version. Of course, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Jennifer says she's making clothes and aprons. I love vintage clothes. That is brilliant. Yes, I love that. Connie says her sister is exactly the opposite. She loves tapestry. Yeah, right. Paul says summer school is an opportunity to try out new things. Heck yeah. I think that's brilliant, is just to, because you never know. And here's what I've learned too, is that as you get older, your tastes are going to change. So what you may not have liked or even approached when you were a kid, as you get older, you're like, oh, maybe now. Case in point, I am not a farmer. I am now a gardener and a farmer, and I would have never been like, I don't want to get dirt under my nails. I spent 45 minutes out in the garden this morning. So there we go. There we go. Jennifer has a recommendation for Gemma. Stephanie Canada has a good YouTube on vintage clothing. Ooh, I like that. Paul says, yeah, he's kicking it around the tapestry. It's not a sure thing, huh, Paul? I don't blame you. Believe me, I have a tapestry loom sitting somewhere collecting dust, so I get it. Elizabeth says, I really relate to that, quilters who sew on domestic versus long arm, very different skills. Oh, of course, yes, absolutely. Quilters. I have a couple very close friends that are quilters, and it's fascinating to hear, just like weaving, just like woodworking, like anything else. There's so many different corners, because you're going to make the quilt, but are you actually going to do the quilting? What kind of equipment do you have? Do you do it by hand? I mean, it's a whole thing, which I love that. Gail is going to be learning soft basketry at summer school. Now, Gail, now we're talking. Basketry is on my list. I have to say, I have never made a basket in my life, but I think the challenge of the 3-dimensional kind of form, I kind of dig that. I think I would like to try that at some point. Yeah. Gemma, this is about the overall. I don't care about fashion, just something comfortable in painting or weaving. Okay, I feel you there. There we go. Paul says, as a kid, I worked on cars. Now I sew, knit, crochet, and weave. Yeah, that's quite the 180, my friend. That's you know what? We are so happy that you are now knitting, sewing, crocheting, and weaving, because we get you. Because I know nothing about cars. That'd be a stretch. That would be a stretch. Yes. Yeah. Very cool. Okay, so keep them coming if you have other updates on your projects. Oh, Connie has a recommendation. She said basket weave is wonderful, but you need strong hands. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Okay, you guys, let me show you what I'm working on. By the way, the project on the floor is not finished. No, it's not finished. I did get some progress done. I did weave a good chunk. However, it is very carefully set up with all the lights in the right places and the equipment for the webinar this afternoon. So I was like, I don't want to mess with that. So I thought that we would come over here and play with the table loom for a little bit. Now, let me move you back so you can see all of the action. By the way, forgive the basement. It's a basement. This is the real basement view. The other side is like the glamour view with the pretty shelves and everything. But yeah. By the way, Alex asked, I want to go to summer school. Where are y'all going? If you would like to fly over to the UK, which, Alex, you could easily meet up with Paul and Gail and go to summer school. That'd be great, right? Jeannie says you have very strong hands. Look at them. I don't know. They're good Midwestern hands. They're definitely not glamorous. That's for sure. We'll hope that they're strong hands. There we go. Oh, Elizabeth says, I just took a class in rep weave and found it fun and so interesting. Look at you. See, Learning something new. Ellen is working on some shawls. I have to leave early to go to a guild meeting. I understand. Say hi to the guild members for us. Okay, so here we are at the table loom. So first of all, I'm going to tell a quick story. The table loom I took with me when I taught at the Midwest Weavers Midwest. What is it? The Weaving Conference. That's what it was. Yeah. So I taught a color class there, and I took this table loom, and then I borrowed another one from Three Moons. Thank you, Rebecca. Anyways, we did a color class, and you can see this is what. Let me see if I can tilt it a little. So, you can't really see it very well, but there's a whole. Yeah, you can't see it at all. Sorry, this story isn't really going to make sense then, is it? No. Anyways, there's. I basically had them. Kick around what colors go together. So if you have this warp, if you're dealing with this warp, this set of colors, when you add other colors, textures, how does that affect the overall fabric? That was the whole point of the class, is that color is a way to communicate. And so I would give I broke them up into two teams. I would give the two teams an assignment. I would say, okay, with the warp colors that you have, I had a whole table of yarns, different kinds of yarns, colors, textures, the whole thing. And I would give them an assignment. I would be like, okay, I need you to add a yarn that makes the fabric look classic or makes it look, quirky or whatever it is. So bye, Sue Ann. We'll see you soon. So the very last of their kind of homework assignment, the very last thing they had to do was they had to add a color that made it ugly. Because, okay, when are you ever going to intentionally make a project that you want intentionally to be ugly? It just doesn't happen. However, it is so freaking fun because when you're like, okay, it's kind of like, how do I intentionally mess it up? Kind of. But so I told everyone, I was like, we're not doing anything with this. This is just for play. This is for you to kick around and try stuff. I said, so pick some yarns you think will make this warp be ugly, in your opinion, whatever. And one of the students, I don't remember who it was, I apologize, but she puts in this, and I forget what color it was, but she puts this in, and I came over to stand by her. She's like, Chris, I thought for sure this was going to be awful, but it's actually really pretty. She was so distraught. I was like, you failed the ugly color challenge, which was just a hoot because she was like, I was trying to really make it bad and it looks really good. So, which of course kind of proves my point for a lot of the kind of color stuff. So anyways, okay, let's see. Well, people have been jumping in right here. Ceiling Fan Man says, I don't weave, but I enjoy your streams while my wife has them on the loop. Well, hello, I'm glad you're here for sure. Thank you. Okay. So, all right, Gemma says, not sure how much weaving is coming up. My son has his surgery next week. Ooh, oh no, Gemma, we are all going to set up all kinds of prayers for your family and your son. That sounds very scary. Will you keep us posted, please? Okay, so here's what I'm left with. I have a project. You can see I've got, I don't know, not that many inches, maybe 12 inches that we did in class. But I have, quite a few. I have a couple yards left on here. So I thought, well, this is already going to be a piece of fabric that has a huge mix of stuff. So I'm not going to worry about any kind of washing it, drying it, none of that. I'm not going to worry about any of that. So earlier this week, I had stopped by Three Moons and I was talking to Rebecca. And Rebecca, when you have a weaving store, they're so unusual that people then will they'll just leave looms on her doorstep or whatever it is. So apparently this couple came in a couple weeks ago and they had bags and bags and bags of yarn, any kind of yarn. And they were all big cones. So she's like, go pick through some stuff. Go take some stuff with you. So this is one of the ones that I found. Now it's acrylic, nylon. I mean, it's it's the farthest thing from a natural fiber. However, can you see the shine? Look how fun that is. And it's got a little texture, got little blibs and blobs in there. Is that still considered a boucle? I never know if a boucle has to have loops or if it's, what would you call that, you guys? What kind of texture is that? Anyways, so I thought, well, isn't that fun? I'm going to pick this crazy shiny blue kind of mermaid colored yarn and I'm going to see what I can do. So what I thought I would do with my pattern so far is that I'm playing with plain weave because, plain weave gets a bad rap. I love plain weave, but it gets a bad rap. I understand that. So here's what I'm doing. By the way, it's set up just in a straight draw. Straight draw is when you just thread your heddles 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 over and over again. It's kind of the entry level when you're working with a 4 shaft or multiple shafts. It's just a straight draw 1, 2, 3, 4, nice and easy. So that means that when I pull down shafts 1 and 3, half the yarns lift and half the yarns are down. So I send my shuttle through like that. Now I'm going to switch. I'm going to pull down shafts 2 and 4. I'm going to go back and forth like this. Now, what is so interesting and what I want to kind of point out for us today is that you saw the yarn. The yarn has lots of texture, right? It's got all the little, Carrie's thinking you would still call it boucle. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. So has all the texture to it. So what that means when you add it with your fabric is that your pattern is going to get fuzzy. Like it's not going to read very cleanly because you have so much texture in your weft yarn. So for my money, then you don't really worry about putting in any kind of a complicated pattern because it's going to be a lot of energy for very little results. Do you know what I mean? So the idea is I'm just going to do some plain weave for a couple more picks. And then I thought what I wanted to do, you can see from the camera even how it looks like it's all smashed together. Here's how I decided to do that. I'm gonna do a few more and I'll show you. So like I said, still playing with plain weave. So what I thought I would do then is instead of pulling down 1 and 3, I'm gonna do 1 and 2. Still kind of with the idea of plain weave in mind. Okay, Gail's on board. She said she'd call it boucle too. Okay, all right, there we go. We'll go with that then. I'm down with that. Okay, so I have shafts 1 and 2 lifted. Now I'm going to lift shafts 3 and 4. So kind of a plain weave idea. It's like a basket weave, honestly, is what it would be closer to, right? But here's what is so fun is that without changing the pressure, like I'm not actually pulling the beater bar harder towards me, it's going to smash all of the rows together. It's very, very fun. And the moment I started to do it, I kept thinking, this is going to be brilliant for the little ornaments that we make. Wouldn't that be fun to have like wintry, like if you're having an all silver Christmas tree or something like that? I just think that would be really, really pretty. So if you have other ideas how I can use this sweet, shiny, blue, textured chunk of fabric, let me know. So then what I've been doing is I just do, I don't know, a few more rows, going 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4, just back and forth. Like this is the kind of pattern that's brilliant because then you put on some TV and you're like, okay, I'm just living my best life. I'm weaving. I'm not overthinking things. I got my show on. It's all good, right? It's all good. Gemma's in favor. She likes the wintry combo. Yes. Yeah. Carrie says, yep, understand the textured versus pattern issue with boucle. Yeah. Basically, the moment you start to play with a textured yarn, you learn that really fast, don't you? Is that the texture of the fabric itself or the yarn itself is gonna cover up your pattern. And none of that is a bad thing. It's just a matter of kind of learning how to work with it. That's kind of naturally how it is. Okay, so I'm gonna lean you over so you can see closer. This always seems very precarious, doesn't it? One day I'm gonna get one of those like cameras that I can hold right over it, like directly over it. That'll be cool, right? See, goals. We have goals for the future, folks. All right, can you see that? Isn't that fun? And that is all just kind of a plain weave and then a little, we'll call it basket weave. Yeah, seems like a theme for us today, a little basket stuff. But it's very fun. I am really enjoying it because there are times, back to the adulting conversation from earlier, there are times that if the rest of life is hard, then you need weaving that's easy and fun. So it's a little balance for all of us. Gemma is all in favor. Excellent. Yes, yeah, for sure. So anyway, so that is what is going on here at Casa de Acton. Carrie recommends table mats or the ornaments. Oh, nice. Oh, table mats. Oh, that'd be a really fun kind of runner, right? If I did, it wouldn't have to be a big runner. It could be like one of those short like a 30-inch kind of thing. But then you could have like flower, like wintry flowers or something. I don't know. I could just, there's a lot. See, I like where your head's at there, Carrie. See, we're right there. I like it. I like it. Yeah. So let me know if you have other brilliant ideas of maybe what this can grow into one day. We'll see. For now, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to have a good time and weave. That's therapy. That's part of it, right? There are so many times when weaving is more than a craft. It is, yeah. It is, yeah. What does that say? I'm curious as what the photo on your loom is. Oh. Here we go. The photo on my loom is, I have it's a shacked loom. That's it's an old one, and you can't even read it. This I think it says Shack Spindle Company up there, but Boulder, Colorado. That's their little. Yeah. No, I'm glad you asked that. Nobody's asked that before. Because I think they don't still do that. Do they? I think that's just with the older shack looms when they put the little. It's like a little, like a metal plate almost, or a sticker or something. It's yeah. Anyways, that's what that is. That's the brand, the branding of it. Yeah. Ernie says the problem with unknown yarn is not knowing how to wash up. I had a similar find that was a perfect weight for towel hems, but upon washing it, pulled in terribly. Yes, Ernie, you're exactly right. If you don't know the fiber, it's tricky. If you want to wash it, I'm not going to wash this. I'm not going to worry about it. So, but you're exactly right. That becomes a little. You're playing fast and loose with your time and energy, right? That's yeah. You know what, Ernie, if you ever in a position like that before, here's what I might recommend: is just do a little like a 12 by 12 sample with whatever you want to use for your warp and your unknown yarn, or however you want to do that. It'd be worth it to take it off and wash it and kick it around, see if you want to use that, especially if you know, like if the warp is going to be cotton, so it's no problem to put on a big warp and then just sample, cut off the sample itself, or as many samples as you want to do with whatever yarns you have. You can try it from there. So just a thought. I know sampling can be kind of a pain in the butt. However, sometimes it's the lesser of two evils. Yeah. Gemma asked, anyone use a bar of wood for your boat shuttle to go over? I know it's like an extra step in the weaving to put the wood through the shaft to hold the yarn down, and the boat shuttle goes across better. Ooh, see, here's where we need a visual. See, here's where we need photos, folks. This doesn't ring any bells for me, Gemma. Bar of wood for your boat shuttle to go over. Is that in between each every time you switch the shafts then, Gemma? Do you move it each time then? Huh. The boat shuttle goes across better. Yeah, I don't know. You guys chime in if that sounds familiar to you. It's not ringing any bells, but there's plenty of little corners of the weaving world that I have not yet discovered, so I'm not surprised. All right, you guys, let's finish strong here, shall we? Just a reminder, if oh, there we go. Paul says like a homemade manual placed a boat race. Yeah, like the little ledge that it goes. Is that kind of the idea? You guys are so creative. Anyways, so today webinar 1:00. Yes, Central Time. Yes, and yeah, there's so you can register up until like the very last minute. So that's what I discovered. I didn't know how that worked, if there was a cutoff time. No. Basically, you can register at 12:59 and come on in. So yes, that is coming up this afternoon. So go ahead and register for that. By the way, just as a little PS, if you're like 1 PM, who can do that? That's a weird time right in the middle of the day. However, I would recommend that you go ahead and register, because everyone gets a replay afterwards. So if you have something else going on, whatever, go ahead and register so that you can get the replay, and you can watch the whole thing later, and you can pretend that you're there. You can make some popcorn. You can be like, okay, I'm going to pretend it's Thursday at 1:00. And yeah. There we go. Yeah, Paul meant a shuttle race. Yeah, I knew what you meant. I was right there with you, Paul. I got you. Oh, Georgianne's gonna be there today. Yay, Georgianne! That's very exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Yes, yeah. So that is coming up today. Also, as a little, and you'll hear more about it for everyone who comes to the webinar, and you'll hear more in the next few days or whatever. But the Dress Your Loom course doors are officially now open, so you'll hear more about that coming up too, because I'm so excited to invite everyone to be part of the upcoming class and we'll all go through the process together. Excellent. Now, if you're loving all the stuff and you're like, I would like more, you are invited to become an Action Creative Insider. It's a monthly membership. Boy, we have a good time over there. There's always extra little weaving tips and tricks. There are bloopers when there's a video for that week. There is little updates so you hear what's coming up for Action Creative before anyone else does. And at the top 2 tiers, you can join us for our small group Zoom chat, which is always a blast. That is always such a special time for us to connect with each other, and it's been really wonderful. So keep that in mind if you're looking for one extra way to get involved. There's always space for you. Always come on in. Yes, yeah. Let's see. Connie says, weaving to me is a passion. I find I need to do something nearly every day. If I don't weave for a long amount of time, I dream about weaving with loom problems. Connie. Oh, Connie, I love that. Do you know what? I get really cranky if I don't weave for a while. I'm with you. There's something about it. For sure. Yes. Yeah. Thank you for that, though. I love that. The little, your little 2 cents on that. Excellent. Okay. And lastly, if you haven't signed up for the weekly love notes, it's just a little something I send every week just to say hi and that I'm thinking about you and what kind of, if I have any kind of new episodes coming up, like I just kind of make sure that you are informed of what's happening so you can take advantage and don't miss anything. So yes, I think I have checked everything off the list. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for being here today and every week. You guys are amazing. And this is the reason we keep going, because we're growing this fabulous community and it's really, really special. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. You guys are awesome. Next week, I'll be right back here. Same time, same day, the whole thing. Thursday, 9:30 Central Time, all of the good stuff. So mark it on your calendar. And I can't wait to see you next week. All right, you guys. In the meantime, do some creative homework. Pet your yarn, throw your shuttle, create a new project. Wherever you are, do a little something to feed your creative soul. It's good for you. All right, you guys. All the love sending your way. Have a wonderful week. Happy weaving.